Hey guys, in this short video, I am going to tell you about your workers and farming and how they work. As you can see here, they're working their little keisters off, doing their jobs. Now, as you see, I got two workers on this field, and one is laying down the fertilizer and the other is plowing the field. Now, at any given time, this is what you're going to see. You're not going to see I have 5 workers, but they're not here. They're not working on this field. That is because in this game, only 1 worker per field will do 1 job at a time. So you're not going to have 2 people laying down fertilizer or 2 people plowing or 2 people doing anything in any of the fields here that you see for any field that in this game. As you see, this guy's just walking back doing nothing, and this guy is here doing this. He is probably going back and he is done. He's done fertilizing, so he's done for the day. And he won't go and help out with the other fields. That is what I'm trying to teach you today, that your workers are limited to what they can do versus how many workers you have. So assigning more workers when the workers are already maxed out doing what they're doing with their fields isn't going to help you get your jobs done faster. So to fix this, you can make your fields smaller if you wish, and that way you can have more workers out in the fields working at the same time. Because if the field was half the size, if this field was half the size and this was cut in half, there'd be 2 more workers out here finishing the job. As you can see, it's near the end of the season and they only have a little bit to go for the rest of the day to finish off this field, and these guys might not even make it, and there's 3 more workers that aren't working. You know, what the F? But this is how the game works, and if you're concerned about this, you can make your fields smaller and so forth. But you know, this field isn't going to be replanted. So if this field was going to be replanted, you should note they will have 3 workers on this field, and there'll be someone laying down seeds. So that's why I'm not worried about it myself for this field right now, because there's nothing that's going to be planted in this season. I have to wait for the next season or the season after for this field to be planted. And as you can see, nobody else out here is working. So you technically can have up to 4 workers on a field. At the end of at the start of the new season, 1 to harvest, 1 to be putting the fertilizer down, 1 to plow it, and 1 to put new seeds on the field. But I have never seen 4 people on the field myself. I honestly admit I do not pay much attention to it, but I think it might be limited to 3 people per field. And the last thing you should note on the fields, they go by the alphabetical order. I believe it's alphabetical order, but if I can show you here in the management, when you're looking at your fields, they go by field 1, then field 2, and that's their priority. That's how they prioritize what field they're going to be working on. And I got 10 fields, so they're going to start on field 1 until the jobs are all full, and then they're going to move to field 2 and fill those jobs up, and then so forth. And then once that field is done, they'll go to the next field. And this is how you can manage it yourself automatically. If there is more important crops that you want to harvest yourself, but you don't want to keep changing your fields and your management right here. So as you can see, field 1 is, you know, cabbages and beets, I believe, like this. So they'll first harvest this field, and then they'll harvest this other field here, and then they'll go towards the other fields. And the last 4 fields, I put them on purpose to be last because this is flax. This is the major cash crop, and with your skills in farming and your skilled farmer skill, you want to get all the crops that you can, and the cabbages and stuff like that aren't that important for you when you already when you have all your food requirements met. You don't really need the cabbages that much, but getting the maximum yield out of your flax is kind of important. So I can go in there, and I have plenty of time to harvest my flax because it's last on their list of things to do in the summertime with the big, huge load of crops to do. And of course, in the next season, there isn't going to be much to do, and you can always change. Then you have to manually change what your farmers are doing, you know, just to maximize their jobs, because you don't want all of them being farmers when there's nothing to do. So you can take off a whole bunch of farmers and you stick them into barn working, and then manage your barn working like that, and watch your numbers so you're not eating all your seeds when you're making animal feed and stuff like that. So you have seeds to plant in the next season. So that is how the workers work on your fields. I hope you learned something about their priorities and any reasons why you guys aren't working, which is one of the things I had to find out myself. Is because why are my guys not working? I have this big field here, and there's only like 1 worker working on it, and then what's going on? It needs to be like, you know, it needs to be like plowed and stuff like that, and they're not doing it. So that is why. make your fields as big as you want or as small as you want and as numerous as you want, your taxes will be the same per field size anyways. So if I break this field of 100 in half, I'll be paying the same amount of taxes for 2 fields of 50, is what I mean. So thanks for watching. I'll see you later.